Casey Anthony's 2-year-old daughter Caylee was missing for 31 days before anyone called police. But Casey wasn't searching. She wasn't crying. She wasn't even worried. What she was actually doing during those 31 days is so disturbing that when you hear the details, you'll understand why she became the most hated mother in America. Day 3 alone will make your blood boil. June 16, 2008, Orlando, Florida. 2-year-old Caylee Anthony disappears. Her mother Casey doesn't report her missing for 31 days. When she finally does, it's not even Casey who calls police, it's her own mother. But here's what makes this case so sickening. Those 31 days were unspent searching for Caylee. Casey Anthony was living her best life while her daughter was dead. I'm about to walk you through what Casey actually did each day during those 31 days, day by day, hour by hour. And I'm warning you now, by the time I'm done, you'll understand why millions of people still believe Casey Anthony got away with murder. Day 1. June 16th, Caylee Anthony dies. Casey's story changes multiple times about how, but one thing never changes. Instead of calling 911, Casey calls her boyfriend Tony Lazaro. Hey babe, want to hang out tonight? Day 2. Casey goes shopping at Target. Security footage shows her buying beer and condoms. Not diapers, not baby formula, beer and condoms. Day 3. This is where it gets sick. Casey gets a tattoo. Not just any tattoo, the words Bella Vita, beautiful life, while her daughter's body is decomposing. Casey is celebrating her beautiful new life. Day 4 to 7, Casey parties every single night. Fusion nightclub, Hard Rock Cafe, house parties. Photos from these nights show Casey drinking, dancing, grinding on strangers. In one photo, she's doing a body shot off another woman. The caption Casey posted on Facebook, living it up. Day 8. Casey enters a hot body contest at a local nightclub. She wins second place. The prize, $50 and a t-shirt that says I'm the hottest body in Orlando, while her daughter was dead. Day 9 to 15. Casey moves in full-time with boyfriend Tony. His roommates later testified that she seemed happy and carefree. She cooked dinner, watched movies, had sex every night. When Tony asked where Caylee was, Casey said she was with the nanny. There was no nanny. Day 16 to 20. Casey's friends throw her a party. The theme, Casey's Freedom Party. They celebrated that she finally didn't have to worry about babysitting. Day 21. Casey steals money from her best friend Amy. $400 from Amy's checking account. What does she spend it on? More nights out partying. Day 22 to 25. Casey starts telling people she might move to Puerto Rico with Tony, a fresh start. She says, no mention of bringing Caylee. Day 26 to 30. The lies become insane when her mother Cindy asks to speak to Caylee on the phone. Casey plays audio of children laughing from YouTube and claims it's Caylee playing with the nanny's kids. Day 31. Cindy Anthony finally tracks down Casey's car. It smells like death, literally. She calls 911 and says, my daughter's car smells like there's been a dead body in it. When police interrogate Casey, she doesn't break down crying about her missing daughter. She doesn't beg them to find Caylee. Instead, she sits calmly and tells the most elaborate lies you've ever heard. She claims Caylee was kidnapped by a nanny named Zenaida Gonzalez. When police investigate, they discover Zenaida doesn't exist. The apartment Casey claims Zenaida lived in, empty for months. Casey then claims she was conducting her own investigation into Caylee's disappearance for 31 days by partying and getting tattoos. When they show Casey photos of her partying during those 31 days, she doesn't show shame or regret. She explains that she was coping with stress. The most chilling moment, when Detective Yuri Melik asks Casey, do you think Caylee is still alive? Casey pauses for a full 10 seconds, then says, my gut feeling, I think she is. Caylee's body was found 6 months later. She'd been dead the entire time. Casey Anthony was acquitted of murder in 2011. The jury said there wasn't enough evidence to prove she killed Caylee, but those 31 days of partying while her daughter was dead, that was never disputed. Casey Anthony walked free and has never shown public remorse for those 31 days. She's never explained why she didn't call police. She's never apologized to her family or to Caylee. Today, Casey Anthony lives in South Florida under a different name. She runs a private investigation business. The irony is sickening. But here's what haunts me about this case. If Casey didn't kill Caylee, why did she act like someone who was celebrating her daughter's death? If you want to see another case where a mother's behavior exposed her guilt, check out my video about Susan Smith, who blamed a black man for her children's murders to cover up the truth. Hit subscribe for more cases where killers thought their lies would save them. And let me know in the comments, do you think Casey Anthony got away with murder? Because sometimes the most obvious evidence is a mother who parties while her child is dead.